Well, hello guys, welcome to Game Week 35 at Nathbet.com. The surroundings might be a little bit different this week because we are in beautiful Hawaii, the big island. That's right, we needed some rest, recuperation and relaxation after last week's disaster. It was one of the worst worst betting weeks anyway that we've had since we started. However, I think we've mulled over. I've came across, I've searched within myself, I've wined and dined and looked at the fixtures, looked at the odds, and I think we've got some absolute crackers with you this week. I'm now at peace with the land and I'm ready to give you plenty of excellent tips. Starting off with the biggest safe double of this season. That's week. It's taken 35 weeks, but we have got a massive double for you, and I'm going to tell you exactly why starting now. Leicester against Watford is the first game now. I'm going to back the away team. I'm going to back Watford to go to Leicester and win. Watford are a massive price, 3-1 you can get on Watford to win there. Now, there's a few different reasons why I'm tipping Watford, but mainly with Hull City's disappointing draw last week, they're not out of finishing in the automatic promotion spot to go into the Premier League with Cardiff. Obviously, there's huge TV money at stake here, and there's a little bit of sniff there. Hull City have got to go to Barnsley. It's not an easy game. Yorkshire derby for them. Barnsley fighting for their lives. They could quite easily get beat there. Don't you worry about that, which means that Watford against Leicester, Watford, they play on Friday night, so make sure you get this bet on. This is the only game on Friday night. I know our tips weren't particularly successful with Hull not doing the business last week for us on Friday night, but we're going to back Watford to go to Leicester and win. Leicester have not won at home at the Walker Stadium in their last 6 home games. It's not as if they're in great form either. Of course, they're in with a playoff shout as well, a big playoff shout, and it's a very important game for them. I just feel Watford, they've had a little bit of in and out form. If they did, then they're probably in that automatic playoff promotion spot at the moment, but they're not. But they can still get there as long as they win this game. 3-1. A lot of people think that maybe this would finish in a draw, and it could well finish in a draw. But 3-1, I cannot overlook Watford. So we're going to put them in the double this week, guys. So we're going to back Watford to beat Leicester City. And to finish off the double, we're going to go to League 2, Burton against Gillingham. Gillingham already promoted, happy days. They're already in League 1 starting next season. Burton fighting for their lives to go into for automatic promotion. They currently sit 4th, just 1 point off the automatic promotion spots to get into League 1 next season. Gillingham can relax, they've already done it, they're champions, plenty not to play for, which is what we like to see at this part of the season if we're betting against teams. And also Gillingham have actually got one of the worst away records in the league in the last 6 games as well. So we're going to have Burton at home to beat Gillingham. Burton, big price, 6-4. Love Burton. We're going to back them and Watford. Massive double. Like I said, the biggest one of the season. It's an 8.75-1 double. Really big double. Hopefully that will get you underway for the treble and the fourfold to come. That's with Bet Victor, 8.75-1. Get it on now. Okay, on to the treble. 3 Premier League teams this week, 3 Premier League games, 3 home teams that we're predicting are going to win. First of all, Arsenal against Manchester United. Arsenal are 5-4, and I'm going to back them to beat Manchester United. Manchester United obviously crowned champions last weekend. I just think they'll be celebrating. They've done the business. They can relax now. They don't have to prove anything to anyone. They've got nothing to play for. Okay, pride and winning the league by however many points they want to win the league by. But they've done all the hard work now. I'm sure they've had a big party week there. The last thing I want to do is go to a team like Arsenal, who are excellent and a great opposition, difficult opposition at any time, but especially when they're playing for this automatic Champions League spot, which is they're desperate to get in. I think they will get there. Okay, they've lost Oliver Giroud, who's got that red card upheld with that FA, even though Arsenal appealed it. I don't think that's going to hurt them too much. In fact, I think it's going to help them. I think we'll see Theo Walcott back as a central striker with Chamberlain down the right, Podolski down the left. You've got Cazorla just in behind where he plays his best, allows Wilshere to drop back. I think that also Robin van Persie emotional going back to the Emirates. I don't think he's going to be on his A game. Okay, he's one ahead of Luis Suarez in that Golden Boot award, but we're not going to see Suarez between now and the end of the season, so there's going to be absolutely no competition there. He's got that sewn up, and you might just expect a little bit of an underwhelming display from Robin van Persie. The only wild card for me is Wayne Rooney. You don't know what he's going to do. He could be absolutely different class. He could be terrible. As long as they keep him quiet, then I think that Arsenal will go through and will win this game. Like I say, 5-4. So we're going to back Arsenal to beat Manchester United. The second one, Everton at home to Fulham. Absolute no-brainer for me. Everton so strong at home. Fellaini just bubbling under at the moment. I think he's going to erupt in this game. They're still chasing a European spot. Everton, they need to win this game. Fulham, notoriously bad travellers. Berbatov's gone off the boil as well after a promising few game weeks. Everton 8-15 are going to be our second bet in the treble. And our third bet, another outsider, Newcastle United against Liverpool. Newcastle at home to beat Liverpool 2-1. Their best price, and a very, very nice price indeed. Cisse, there was a doubt about him, but it looks like he's going to be available to play. Liverpool, obviously, disappointing results. They're going nowhere fast in the table. Another disappointing season from them, really, despite promising so much. And obviously, the whole Luis Suarez affair over the week, everything's been talked about. I think will drained a lot of confidence out of them. Just arguing the toss, and obviously that 10-game suspension, not going to have their best player available. Daniel Sturridge hasn't really worked out for them. I think you'll see the best of him come next season. Coutinho, Gerrard, yes, obviously they're dangerous, but this is a big game for Newcastle. 37 points there on. They need 3 points to make sure that they're safe for next season. They'll be eyeing this game and making sure they do it now. At home at St James's Park, it's not the easiest place to go. I expect Newcastle at 2-1, very nice price to go there and win. Gives us a very, very nice 9.3. You might even get 10-1 treble. That's with Paddy Power and Stan James, guys. Big money, right? 8.7 to 5-1 double, 9.3 to 1 treble. How about 17-1 fourfold to finish off the beautiful sunset here in Hawaii? Well, that's what I'm going to provide. Lovely 17-1 fourfold with Bet Victor. Start off with Stoke City, who finally got the win after a horrific set of results. Last 6 or 7, they lost 6 out of the last 7, horrendous. But they did go to QPR, they did keep a clean sheet, which Stoke so well known for it in previous seasons. That's not been the case this season. But I think a home game against Norwich, they should make it 2 clean sheets out of 2. Norwich and Stoke both in that 37 points, along with Newcastle. Point where they need to win a game, but I just think the home advantage at the Britannia Stadium. Also, that a lot of them are playing for contracts. A lot of the Stoke City guys, and their contracts are up, so they've got to win this game. They're going to impress Tony Pulis, because in the summer they could be shipped up and shipped out, and a lot of those players will not have Premier League clubs, I guarantee you. At the start of next season, they'll be back in the Championship. So they've got to pull some strings. I think that Stoke to beat Norwich, odds against 23-20 is a good price. So we're going to start them off on the fourfold. Stoke to beat Norwich 23-20. Chelsea against Swansea. Chelsea in fantastic run of form as of late under Rafa Benitez. Much maligned, but he's done really well, to be fair. You can't knock him. Okay, they've had a few bad results, but any manager would have had a few bad results in the time he's been there. But the Spanish, the fat Spaniard, as I like to say, but whatever. He's done the business. Chelsea to beat Swansea. Don't be shocked if he is there again at the start of next season, Mr. Benitez. 4-11 about Chelsea to beat Swansea. Of course, along with Arsenal going for that Champions League spot, so important in the Premier League these days. Chelsea to beat Swansea at 4-11. I'm going to take them in the fourfold. We're going to stick Everton back in with that result. Everton to beat Fulham, like we said in the treble. We're going to put them in. And we're going to finish it off with Tranmere and Bournemouth in League One. Tranmere just basically floating around in mid-table, nothing to play for. Very, very average home form as well for Tranmere. So we're going to back Bournemouth to go there and win. Bournemouth top of the table in League One, but it is so tight. I predicted them to win last week. They lost. Actually, all 3 of the top teams lost in remarkably last week in League One. But Bournemouth have to win this game. Very, very important one. Lots of motivation to go there. I just think their away form is very, very good. They've won 4 out of the last 6 away from home. Like I say, Tranmere, nothing to play for. Stick the heels up, stick the feet up. Holidays, happy days. They'll probably have one foot in some beach somewhere. Maybe Hawaii, I might see them. Maybe they're down there already, the players. Hopefully they are for us, because we want Bournemouth to go there and beat them 20-23. So just under evens for Bournemouth to win that game. Just to recap, Stoke at home to Norwich, Bournemouth away at Tranmere, Chelsea at home to Swansea, and Everton at home to Fulham. 17-1 fourfold, guys. That's with the big boys, Bet Victor and also William Hill. If you've got a William Hill account, then you can get them also. 17-1 fourfold. Lovely jubbly. Remember Pete's long shot as well. We're closing down soon, guys. 36, 37 and 38. Just 3 more game weeks after this, so let's have plenty of profits. And if you win this weekend, give us a tweet, give Pete a tweet. Let's hear what you like to think, your improvements for the site, what you like, what you don't like. Constructive criticism is always welcome here at Nathbet.com. Have a good one, guys. Mahalo. And have a great weekend. Bye-bye.